Shocking news, Devin Jatho has just updated his editing style. So I figured in this video, I will break down Devin's new editing style, and it's clear to see he now focuses on something that is called motion graphic.
There are three main entry streaks that you should be abusing.
We will create these box animations. Okay guys, and by the way, before the video starts, you want to know how you can edit more like Devin Jatho, then go to the first link in the description. Okay, now let's get into it. So the first effect is going to be this card effect, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can actually make this even better than how Devin does it. So the first thing that I want to do is that you want to create a new composition, and then just keep the color as black. And when you come in here, you just want to press on a new shape layer. I'm going to be selecting the rounded rectangle tool, and then I'm just going to draw this sort of square that I want. I'm going to have it a bit thick like this. And then I'm just going to turn off the stroke for now, because firstly, we need the fill color. So what fill color we're going to be using is that we're just going to be using this dark purple. And then for the stroke, we're just going to put on white, because I think, you know, white looks the best. I'm going to put the roundness to about... I'm gonna do like 55 because I like it to be a bit round. And then we need to also take down the stroke, so I'm just gonna put it on about 5. I think that looks really nice just like that. So the first thing that I want to get ahead and start is that I want to make this, you know, slide in very nicely. And the easiest way that I find to do this is that I just go down to the transform and then just unclick this part here. So this is sort of like the proportion scale, but if we unclick it, as you guys can see, we can drag it in, like we can drag it down, and we can just like change the ratio. So then first of all, you just want to take this all the way down, as you guys can see, so we can even barely see it, and then put the opacity keyframe on 0. So I'm going to create a keyframe for the opacity and for the scale. Then I'm going to go about, you know, 1 second forward ish, and then I'm just going to take this up to its original size, which is going to be about minus 100, like that. And then I'm also going to bring the opacity back to 100. So as you guys can see now, it's going to be coming in like this. But as you guys can see, this does not look very smooth, and we need to fix that. So the first thing that you can do is just press on this motion blur over here, and then we're also going to be making it a bit smoother. So just select all of these keyframes and then put them on easy ease. What we also want to do is that we can add a glow. So we're actually going to be adding the glow under the stylize, and then just drop that on our shape layer. So the settings that I'm going to be using is actually just going to be these settings here, but I'm going to be putting the glow threshold down to about 40 because, you know, I want it to be a bit brighter, just like that. And once you're done with this, you have this, like, you know, the normal shape, but now we're going to be adding something inside. So the first step we want to do is that we just want to create, you know, a number, and I'm just going to be using the Arial bold font for this effect, and then I'm just going to drag it down here. But what I like to do is also just add a glow on top of that. First of all, to be pressing S here, then just drag the scale a bit more up, and then just drag it to the center, just like that. So yeah, I'm just going to drag and drop this PNG picture, which is just of a mountain, and then I'm just going to firstly just add the effect called tint, drag that on there, and then you just want to map the black to white, so we just get a white looking mountain just like this. Then we're just going to go into the scale and just scale this down a bit so it fits perfectly with how we want it to be. So I'm just going to scale it down. I think this looks like a good size. Then I'm just going to put it in the middle, and just like that. Alright, so before we start animating this in, the first thing that I want to do is that I want to create, you know, a slight feather on the top of this mountain. So to do that, just go over and press this pen tool, as place 4, you know, pinpoints where you want your sort of feather to be. And then I'm just going to go down and find the mask down here, then just press on inverted. And then I'm just going to drag this little mask feather up until I get a satisfied look. So as you guys can see now, it's sort of faded out, and I'm also going to do that the same with this number. So I'm just going to create, you know, 4 pinpoints exactly like here. Go down to the mask, invert it, and then just change the values of the feather. And as you guys can see, this creates this little, you know, this little like opacity change at the bottom of the number and then at the start of this. It almost looks like a gradient, but it just really makes it fit better into, you know, sort of the surroundings, which I think is really cool. I want this number to just start to appear about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press firstly on the number 1 here, and then just press on the position. Then I'm just going to create a keyframe for the position, because this is where we want it to be. And then I'm just going to drag this a couple frames out and then drag this a bit upwards. So as you guys can see now, it slides in just like this. But we also need to change the opacity. So go to the start here at the exact same keyframe, and then just take the opacity to 0. Then go to the last keyframe right here, and then take the opacity to, you know, a normal 100. So once you are at the end, then you just want to create a keyframe on 100. So then it should look like something like this. A smooth slide down with the opacity increasing by the second. Also going to be selecting, you know, the first, you know, the top keyframes for the scale. Go on the speed graph and then just create, you know, a line that looks like this. We want it to sort of speed up in the middle, but not to be too subtle. So we're gonna have it like this, and now it's going to look like this. Boom. It's gonna come in a bit faster, but just with a little bit of swing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that looks great. Alright, so to animate this mountain, we're gonna do exactly the same. Create a keyframe for the position. You know, this is coming in right here. So then we're gonna create a keyframe for the position and then one for the opacity. Then you just want to drag this out to want your animation to be done. And then I'm gonna just be putting this opacity on 0 here, and this needs to be on 100. So this last one here. So the start on 0 and the last on 100. Then you also want it to come up here. So let me just turn this back to 100 for a quick second so I can just see. I'm going to just be dragging this down to about here. And then I'm going to be putting this back to 0 again. So let's take a look at this now. As you guys can see, it now comes up just like that, and it's really quick actually, so we might have to adjust it a bit. I'm going to be dragging this out just a tiny tad, just like this, and then we're also just going to be changing the values of this position. So then I'm just going to drag this down, both of these, to create a nice and smooth curve, sort of, you know, have an even speed. But I want it to be sort of also fast, you know, like a bit of punchy, but you know, that looks very nice. What you want to do then is that we're also going to be adding the motion blur here. So just press on the motion blur tick icon over here, and then that looks perfect. Gonna drag the opacity keyframe to the same position as the animation, and just like that, you know, this animates really nicely in. You can also add the glow effect on this mountain, so we just have a tad of that. But also what we want to do is when this mountain is coming upwards, right, when this is coming in, we want our icon number 1 to go a bit upwards. Mountain starts coming in. I'm also going to create a keyframe on the position here at, you know, the number, then go some seconds forward, so when it moves, this also moves, you know, upwards. So I'm just going to drag the position slightly upwards, so it looks like, you know, it's coming in. I'm gonna take this first keyframe at the start, so when it starts, and then just gonna have it slightly like this. But what you want to do then is that you also want to take these 2 keyframes and put them on something called ECEs, and now it should look something like this. So yeah, what I'm doing now is that I'm just adjusting the position keyframes to, you know, where this is like sort of sliding in. So I'm just adjusting it so it fits, you know, the number 1 fits with the mountain coming up. So as you guys can see, that fits pretty well. And now the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to spice this up a little bit. As you guys can see, this looks very nice. But I'm gonna add the posterized time effect and put the frames on 12. And I just do this to get, you know, this sort of I think that Devin has took some inspiration from Imagazzi, so I'm doing that as well. And then I'm adding this hand drawn effect just to, you know, customize it a bit. And I think this looks really cool actually, and you can choose if you want this or not. And you can also add this VHS flicker effect, and these are stuff that I just have laying in my effects. So, you know, just using effects that you have to just spice things up are always very nice. So I hope that you found this video, you know, great, and that you could, you know, take something out of this. And make sure to also, you know, join my Discord server. The link is in the description. And also check out, you know, join this editing club. I thank you guys so much for, you know, supporting the channel and stuff like that. It helps me a ton, and I'm excited to be creating great content for you guys in the future. So without further ado, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.